think a really nice pair of fall-born bulls here. I guess they'd be about 18-month-old bulls out here, and you know, bulls that got a lot of good, a lot of versatility to them. I think there's both these bulls are really good in terms of their foot size and shape, and I love the heaviness in terms of their structure and build. Both these cattle have plenty of meat and animal shape and plenty of muscle to them. I just see the bull I'm going to lead the class off with a notch longer bodied from the profile. I think a bull that's a little bit more practical there through his center rib and body. He reads a nickel softer there out through his flank there as well. I think both these cattle, I think, got a lot of good to them. Are going to be tremendous herd sire prospects there for any type of operation. The bull there in second, you know, like I said, is a bull that was super massive in terms of his upper rib shape. I love the shape that bull has out through his hip and his pin set. I just need to see him be just a nickel softer there out through his flank. But I think a bull, you got to admire that added shape and dimension of muscle that he has. He's a really big-footed, heavy, structured kind of a bull. Really nice set of fall-born bulls there, though.
November of 17.
Okay.
So anytime he was judging at one of the clock, I said, "Hey, start with him." You know, turn around, kind of look like a smart ass.
Here is the results of Class 5. First we'll go to Lot 3, Nelson Herefords, and second to 1X, Nelson Herefords. In the ring now will be Class 6. Do note if you're following along on your show order, this is actually lot number 4, Lot 4.
Just a single entry, but a November-born bull here. I really like this goggle-eyed bull in terms of just having some added functionality and doability. A bull that's super good at the ground the way he's built. I love his foot size and shape, but just a really sound, good-footed kind of a bull. A bull that's super athletic when he gets out and goes. That bull still reads real practical there in terms of his body and his rib. A bull that's definitely got some shape and stoutness and balance to tie it all into a nice package there. I think a bull that's got a lot of breeding versatility there for that young man. Congratulations to that exhibitor.
In Class 6, congratulations. Lot 4 will be first, Moeller. Bring it in now for our champion and reserve yearling bull.
Well, my hat's off to these exhibitors for bringing out a nice trio of long yearling bulls out here. You know, these bulls are about 17, 18 months in age, and maybe a little older with the November out here. But you know, these bulls definitely have a lot of good to them, and I really admire the soundness and the athleticism that all three of these cattle have out here in terms of their foot size and shape. Bulls that are just super athletic when you ask them to get out and reach and cover a lot of ground. And you can tell these bulls are going to be able to cover a lot of ground. And cattle that still have some practicality and some look and balance to them. There's maybe a couple set of bulls out here for me that fit this division. Bulls that have that extra stoutness and power. Bulls that maybe have a notch more in terms of having some added masculinity, some added ruggedness to go with that as well. But I commend you again to go back and talk with these breeders with this set of bulls here. I think it's a great set of bulls for any type of operation to inject for some breeding versatility with that. I'll go show you the two that I like out here. Congratulations.
Congratulations, your champion yearling bull was showed by Nelson Herefords. That'll be lot 3. Your reserve yearling bull, Nelson Herefords, lot 1X. Time for our senior bull.
Just a single entry out here with this coming 2-year-old bull, and bull I think that I really admire in terms of his stage, in terms of his condition and freshness of where this bull is in, especially for his age. I think a bull that's definitely in the right type of breeding shape and breeding rig, you know, to go out and cover a large group of cows here, but a bull that's super good in terms of his forerib shape. I love his center rib and body there as well, and this bull's packed full of red meat and muscle. Just a really stout, powerful made bull that's got a really big foot underneath him. He's really heavy structured there as well. We'll get him back out here in our champion lineup and take a closer look at him again. But congratulations to this exhibitor out here with a really nice 2-year-old bull.
Congratulations. In Class 7 will be Lot 11, Israel Cattle. That will also be your champion senior bull. It's time to make the selection of your champion Hereford bull for today's show.
for within their operation, and it might intend more of your personal needs more than one man's opinion out here just evaluating these cattle here in within ringside here. So with that being said, I think there's a bull that simply excels out here within this lineup for champion bull. Maybe gets a little closer here for reserve for me, but I think there's a really high quality, unique individual out here. I'll go show you a champion and get you reserve. Congratulations.
Congratulations, your champion Hereford bull is Lot 8 from Tracy Cattle coming out of Class 3. Your reserve Hereford bull is Lot 3, Nelson Hereford out of Class 5. We will be back coming up here at 9:30. We'll bring you the Polled Hereford show at 9:30.
Saturday, Sunday.
Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. One two one two 3 4 5 1 2.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome here to our 28th annual Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic. Want to encourage you to visit all of our commercial vendors here at the Classic. We have several located here on the south side of the show ring. There also is a wide array of exhibits here on the north, as well as out in our front concourse area. The front concourse area is where the buyer's registration area is, so if you're needing to get a buyer's number here at the Classic, you can take care of that located in the front concourse. Once you have a buyer's number, it is good the entire time here at the Classic. Again, we want to recognize our students from Southeast Community College. They are helping us all week here at the Classic, assisting in the rings as well as in the back of the barn, and they'll be staffing our junior show at the end of the week. At this time, I want to introduce and recognize the president of the Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic Board of Directors, Mr. Dave Gertz. Dave is a Hereford breeder from Berwyn, Nebraska.
Thank you, Ronette. I want to welcome all of you here today. We're going to get ready for the Polled Herefords show. I want to introduce the judge we have with us today, all the way from Wisconsin, Ty Bear. And he operates the TC Reds Country Line Farms. He raises show cattle and purebred stock. He has raised Angus and red Angus cattle. His family has also exhibited champion Angus females in Louisville and in Denver. He also has, in addition to that, showed the red Angus in the champion at Louisville and the Junior Nationals and at Denver. So welcome, Ty, and we'll get after this.
That one doesn't start.
Before I turn it over to our official MC here on our shows today, I do want to remind all the juniors, all of the opportunities with the heifers here at the Classic. Remember the Classic Scholarship Program. You can be a part of this program by purchasing the heifers here at the Classic, take and show them on Saturday night in the Classic Premier Heifer class, show them on Sunday in the junior show, take them home, show them this summer at the Hereford Futurity Show that's held here in Kearney the first weekend in June. Show them at State Fair, Exarban, be a part of some tours in the summer with the Classic. And the Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic gives back over $12,000 to youth that participate in those programs. So lots of opportunities here with our Polled Hereford Female Show. Again, I want to recognize and introduce KRVN. KRVN has been a sponsor here at the Classic all 28 years. And at this time, it's my pleasure to turn it over to Miss Susan Littlefield.
Thank you very much and welcome to the Polled Hereford show this morning. We are starting out with Class 1. There are 3 in the lot in this grouping, going from the 15th of May, the 12th of May, and the 9th of May.
as we get into the polled Hereford division here. Definitely don't lose quality like what we had here this morning in the Horned Heifer show, and I think 3 really outstanding Mayborn females out here within this division. And you know, all these cattle got a lot of differences in terms of type and kind. And the female, I guess I'm going to start off with, I know she might be fighting a halter out here, but when you truly study this female, I think she reads the most in terms of quality. I love this female at the ground in terms of her foot size and shape. I think she's the best in terms of her skeleton when you study her angles out of her shoulder. I really like the set to her hock and her pastern there when she comes together and stopped. But with that being said, I just love the sweep that she has through her center rib and body. She's really good there in terms of her fore-rib shape there as well. You know, I think just a female that's really complete out here. If we could maybe want to get just real critical on this female, I'd like to relax her in her spine when she gets out in motion. I think that just hinders her a little bit too, the way she's fighting a halter out here, because I think that female, in terms of her structure and her build and her added stoutness and mass, I think that's the best one here within this class, and I like that female in terms of her quality of look from the side. There's no question here, the female coming in second. If you love females that are super elegant about their head and their neck and love the front end quality, as I do as well, this is the female to tie into here. She's so ladylike about her head and her neck and how smooth she is about her shoulder. I think she transitions really good there from her shoulders back in terms of her fore-rib shape, her center rib and body. You know, maybe here's a female that just gets a bit more upright in her pastern at times. I'd like to change the way she plants in her hock when she gets out and goes, but I still read that female super functional in terms of her type and kind, is going to make a great show heifer and yet a tremendous brood cow prospect in the future. Now, if there's one, if a guy just wanted to give the feed bucket to and let it go, this is the heifer to tie in with. Super long bodied and extended kind of a female. She's so elegant and so long and extended up front. I think she's good in terms of her shape and dimension throughout. That female's really sound and athletic. I think just relative within this class, she gives up just too much in terms of weight per day of age today, but I don't think that hinders her in terms of her quality and her look. I think is going to make a tremendous show heifer and yet a great brood cow prospect for any individual out there. Congratulations to those 3 exhibitors.
Here's the results of Class 1. First, we'll go to Lot 48, Bolte Farms. Second to Lot 47, Who Owns Herefords. And Lot 49 will be in third, Keller Cattle Company. Moving on to Class 2, they are born from April 5th to April 8th.
two nice April-born females here, and I think both of these cattle are very similar in terms of their type and kind. And I guess the biggest difference for me, what sorts this pair, is the female that's going to lead the class off with is just simply more comfortable and collected when she gets out and goes. I love the length of spine in both of these cattle, tremendous. They're super long and square made out through their hip. I think the female that's going to start the class with just maybe handles her hip and hind leg and nickel better for me when she gets set in motion. But these cattle are super practical there in terms of their type and kind. I love their body and the rib shape that they have. They just read super maternal and going to make some great brood cow prospects here down the road. Like I said, they're the female here coming in second, the super long bodied and extended. I think a female, when you truly step in behind the cattle, she might be the stouter hipped one, the stouter pinned one. Female that maybe has more base width when she goes away from me. Maybe a female for me when she gets out here just gets a little deeper there in the base of her chest. I'd like to just clean that up there in that female just a little bit, but going to make a great brood cow prospect there in the future. Congratulations to those two exhibitors.
Congratulations in Class 2. First will go to Lot 45, Silver Bullet Herefords, and second is Lot 46, Silver Bullet Herefords. We're moving on to Class 3 now. March 8th to March 21st are the birth dates. And in this class, you'll see there are two substitutions. You will see those subsheets located on the bleachers.
I apologize for taking a little bit longer here within this class, but I think all three of these females got a tremendous amount of good and tremendous amount of quality about them, and they're all three very different in terms of their type and kind out here, but I still call all these females sound. I still call all these cattle functional in terms of their look and still look like very ladylike out here. And the dark red female, I guess I'm going to start off with, is her added balance and look there when she comes together at the stand, I think is second to none out here within this division. I'm really attracted to that type of look. I'm really attracted to how good-footed and big-structured she is at the ground, and yet she ties it into such a nice and beautiful package there from the side. I love her shape to her forerib and her center rib and body. I love her added stoutness that she has from behind. You know, it's when this female gets set in motion where I need to change her just a little bit for me to make her ideal. I like to see her use her hock just a little better when she gets out and goes. This female maybe reads a little shorter out through her hip and her pin set just ever so slightly, but from her hip forward, that female's got a tremendous amount of good, a tremendous amount of power and shape in that one, and I really do tie into the added look and balance there from the side when she comes together at the stand. You know, if a guy was just wanting to improve his operation in terms of his cow base, in terms of just having some really good, sound, functional females that are going to inject some added body and rib shape, it's the female here in second. This female is so low input in terms of her look. I love that added sweep that she has through her center rib and body. Tremendous amount of length and extension in that female here for me. Female that's still really long and extended up front. You know, this female at times when she gets out and set in motion, I need to square her up out of her hooks to her pins. She just wants to drop there in her pin set when she gets out and goes. Maybe reads a little plainer there from the side relative to our class winner when she gets collected and comes together. But a female is still, just in terms of her basic build and her brood cow fundamentals, I love that female in terms of those regards. You know, maybe the female that uses her hip and hind leg the most appropriate out here is the female here in third. I love the length to her hip. I love how attractive she is out of her hip and hind leg when she gets out and goes. She might be as good-footed and as sound-structured as we've seen here within this class. You know, a female out here for us, she just needs to be a shot softer in terms of her center rib and body right here today at this stage of the game. But I think a female that's got some time and has got a lot of future about her, just going to make a nice brood cow prospect there for those individuals. Nice set of females there. Congratulations.
And congratulations out of Class 3. First we'll go to lot number 42X, Ron Schutte. Second is to 40X, Valley Creek Ranch. And third to lot 44, Israel Cattle Company. Class 4 is set to come in the ring. There are two in this class, both February 14th and February 15th.
really nice set of February-born females out here, and you know, the female I'm going to start off with is just so massive and robust there in terms of her body and her rib shape. I love her added stoutness and power when you get right behind them. You know, a female that's really sound and athletic still when she gets out and goes. You know, if you want to be ultra critical of this female, you like to clean her up there in her chest floor just a nickel there at times. But I think a female in terms of her basic build and her soundness and structure, I think that female needs to start this class off here for us. You know, the female I'm really wanting to tie into in terms of having some length and extension up front and having some added feminine qualities, this female here in second. I love how long and extended she is about her neck. She's really good there in the angles up through her shoulder. And I do like her added body and her rib shape that she has. This female, for me, when she gets set in motion, she does want to just drop in her pins ever so slightly. I'd like to just square her up there. But that doesn't take away from her added feminine look and her added quality there from the side when she comes together at the stand. I think a female that's got a tremendous amount of front end quality that's going to make a great brood cow there for that young man. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
Here are your results of Class 4. First, we'll go to Lot 39, Birch Cattle. Second will be to 41X, RCR Polled Herefords. Our final class of heifers will be coming in the ring. This is Class 5 from January 13th to January 31st. Thank you as well to Legacy Livestock Images. They are taking all the official photos of the Cattlemen's Classic. You can find their booth over by the photo backdrop.
think a great way to end off the Pulled Hereford female show over here, and all three of these females have a lot of good in their own regards, and you know, the young ladies female I think just simply has the most totals out here for me within this class, and when this female comes together, I love the strength and the levelness out behind that she has behind her shoulder. I think she has a class advantage in how collected and she comes together from the profile. She still reads super maternal. She still reads super feminine in terms of her quality and her look. And when she gets out in the lead, she is the most athletic and the soundest structured, I think, when she gets out in the go. You know what maybe kind of takes away from this female just a little bit is maybe just being a little shorter switched female out here. She maybe like to just see her tailhead set down a little bit neater there in her pin set, but I think just in terms of her added functionality and her elegant look from the side, I think that's a really nice female to lead this class off with. You know, if you want to talk about cattle that are just so robust in terms of their body and rib shape, cattle that have that added stoutness and power, and I love the big-footed, heavy-structured female here in second. She is tremendous in all those areas, and you know, she might have the weight per day of age advantage out here within this class. I just like to tie this female in a little neater there about her shoulder. I'd like to see her just be a little stronger and collected in her spine when she gets out and goes. But I think a female in those regards, from basic build at the ground, in terms of having some function in terms of body and rib, I think that female's got a lot of good there. The female here that's going to close the class here for us, there's no question this is probably the stoutest and most powerful female from behind. She's super stout in her hip. She's really powerful out through her pin set. A female that's really good in terms of her forerib shape and her center rib and body. A female for us, I just like to make her more comfortable when she gets out and goes. She gets a bit more upright there in her pastern. But a female, if you're looking to have some cattle that want to inject some added muscle, cattle that want to inject some extra shape and dimension, this is the female to tie into here. A great set of females there. We're looking forward to this Champion Hereford Drive.
Congratulations, the results of Class 5. First, we'll go to Lot 37, Keller Cattle Company. Second to Lot 38, Valley Creek Ranch. And third is Lot 36, Israel Cattle Company. We're set to select our champion Pulled Hereford female.
Well, you folks ringside, let's put our hands together for a great set of polled Hereford females out here. I think it's been a great show here this morning. You know, we had a tremendous amount of quality there in our horned Hereford show, and it definitely didn't fall off here within our polled. A tremendous amount of quality, and I know we've had some more numbers here within this show, but I'm really impressed with the cattle I've seen here this morning, and I know coming down here, I knew the quality would be very good and exceptional here. So it speaks volumes of the consigners here at this classic for bringing out a great set of cattle here for you folks to evaluate here in terms of cattle that have some real-world background, I think, in terms of having some function and doability, cattle that are going to make tremendous brood cows in the future and have some longevity. But yet we're still in a show atmosphere here, and cattle that still have the right kind of look and balance, cattle that are still attractive here from the profile. You know, personally for me in our operation at home, we're not on the beaten path of anywhere, and so the biggest thing for us when we try to evaluate cattle and select for cattle at home is cattle that have the right kind of look and balance, and I think you can kind of see that here with my class winners out here, cattle that maybe have a notch more in terms of attractiveness and look from the profile. I'm not going to go and discuss these cattle any bit more, but I do ask you folks looking to buy cattle here today to go back and definitely visit with these consigners. I know the work and time that goes into these type of events to promote your cattle and promote your operation, and there's no better way than promoting cattle and promoting an operation than in a show ring atmosphere, I think. So with that being said, you folks ringside, select the champion that you would like to out here today. I'm going to go show you the two that I like. Congratulations.
And congratulations, your champion polled Hereford female will come out of Class 4, lot number 39, Birch Cattle. Reserve polled Hereford female will be Class 5, lot 37, Keller Cattle Company. Moving on, we'll be bringing in the bulls. Class 6, there is one bull, April 2nd birth date.
Just a single entry here as we get into our bull show here, and what a great way to start off this bull show, and just an April calf. And I truly admire the added masculinity and ruggedness in this young calf for this stage of the game. You know, he's tremendous in terms of his scrotal development. Bull that's super long body and long spine. I truly love the length to his hip, how long and square he is out there. Excuse me. A bull, though, that's just still got some masculinity and ruggedness to go with that, I think is going to make a tremendous herd sire prospect there. Congratulations to you, young lady.
Results of Class 6. First, we'll go to Lot 35, Windmill Livestock. Moving on to Class 7. From March 11th to March 16th, there will be 3 in this class.
Boy, what an incredible set of March bulls here, and I think two really high-quality ones out here, and I still think the bull that wins the class needs to do so rather handily for me out here. A bull that from his shoulders back is ultra impressive. You love the true squareness in terms of his shape. That bull feeds with so much more right behind his shoulder. He's so big and true there out through his hip and his pincep. I love the length to his hip and how attractive he is, and he sets to his hip and hind leg. He's so comfortable when he gets out and move out of his hip and hind leg. I really appreciate that added athleticism there. A bull, though, for me, just has so much in terms of quality and look from the side and balance. I think just a great bull prospect here to start this class off with. And just as impressive as the second bull here is the bull here in second, excuse me. This bull at the ground is no question the biggest footed, the heaviest structured. I like his set to his pastern. I like this flexibility out of his hock when he gets out and goes. A bull that's super balanced and super complete there from the profile. You know, if you wanted to get real critical on this one, I'd just like to blow him apart there, just a nickel there in his forerib. You know, maybe where he doesn't have the advantage of the bull that wins the class for me is when he's stepping right behind him. He gets a little narrower there in his pin set, but I think a bull that just reads a super beef bull out here in terms of breeding and masculinity, I think that bull's got a lot of good about him. This bull that's going to round off the class, I really love his added softness and practicality through his center rib and body. He's a bull that's really good in terms of his scrotal development out here. A bull for us, you know, he maybe gives up a notch in terms of style and balance. But if you're just looking for a good, sound, structured beef bull to go cover some cows and is super athletic in terms of his build, be sure to tie into that rascal there. Nice set of bulls there. Congratulations.
Congratulations out of Class 7. First will go to Lot 32, MCM Polled Herefords. Second is Lot 34, Bar M Herefords. And third, Lot 33, JMS Cattle Company. The selection now of your champion spring bull calf.
Well, welcome here on the north side of the show ring. We are going to start our Red Angus show here. And again, if we can get everybody out of the ring on the north side, we're going to start our Red Angus show. Want to welcome everyone again here to the 28th Annual Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic. Want to recognize all of our sponsors here at the Classic, and we have several sponsors that are all located ringside. Make sure and stop by and visit with those sponsors. Several of them are offering different drawings today. And if you notice here on the north side, Mycogen Seeds is here. He's got an awesome cooler. He will get your name in the drawing. We're going to give that cooler away on Friday night at Supreme Rose. So stop by and visit with all of our consigners, the sponsors here, as you enjoy your day at the Cattlemen's Classic. Again, we want to recognize our students from Southeast Community College that are helping us all week, and they're helping here in the rings as well as in back. At this time, I do want to introduce and recognize the president of the Classic Board of Directors, Mr. Dave Gertz. Dave is a Hereford breeder from Berwyn, Nebraska.
Thank you, Ronette. I just want to welcome everybody here today. We're going to get ready for the Red Angus show. I want to introduce Todd Herman from Loma, Ohio. And he's not anybody that hasn't been around a lot of cattle and seen a lot of cattle. He's been in the livestock business all his life. You may know him from when he was with Star Lake years ago. We want to welcome Todd Herman.
Great, and as we're starting our Red Angus Female Show, do want to remind everyone the Red Angus Junior National is held in Nebraska this year, so make sure you're checking out these Red Angus females. And at this time, it's my pleasure to turn it back over to our official MC at our shows here all week, Miss Susan Littlefield with KRVN.
So we get back in the Hereford show on this side, and my hat's off to these consigners for bringing 3 outstanding young bull prospects out here. I think all 3 of these got a tremendous amount of quality to them. Bulls that are rugged and masculine in terms of their look. They're excellent in terms of their scrotal development at this stage of the game for being some younger bulls out here, but bulls that still have the right kind of meat animal shape that you like to see, bulls that are still rugged and going to be tremendous herd sires when you turn out for any type of operation out here. I'll go select you the 2 that I like. Again, congratulations to these exhibitors.
Congratulations, your champion spring bull calf for the polled Herefords was Lot 32 MCM Cattle Company. Your spring reserve will be Lot 34 Bar M Herefords. In the North Ring, where the Red Angus are showing, this is Class 1. There are 2 in this. Birth dates of April 2nd to April 6th. And in the South Ring, this will be coming in Class 8. February 10th to 23.
It's really nice to be here at the Nebraska Cattlemen's to go through your Red Angus sale cattle, and boy, what a pair of heifers to start out this sale show with. These 2 April heifer calves, both very, very sound moving kind of females. Just a little bit prettier package here on this one to win this particular class. A heifer that you really like, her attractiveness. You like the build of this female. You start at the ground on this one. The amount of bone that this one has in comparison to the second place heifer is pretty incredible. And then yet still having enough body and muscle shape to complement all that bone work. Just an excellent kind of female. This female ends up second, sure one that's really extended. You really like the angularity and femininity we see in this one. Just not quite as far along condition-wise, and not to take anything away from her, but a little more time on this one, and she's going to push that one that walked out ahead of her really hard. And it's just an excellent kind of female phenotypically, and I think an excellent kind of female as far as a brood cow. Nice pair of heifers to start out this show.
Congratulations in the Red Angus Class 1. Lot 21 will be first, J6 Farms. Lot 16X will be second, West Fork Ranch. Class 2 is set to enter the ring. There will be 2 in this class, March 12th and March 14th.
Nice set of February-born bulls over here, and I think the bull is going to start off with is just a really nice, good structured bull to start here. You really got to love this bull when he gets out and set in motion. He's so long, striding, and sound and athletic. That bull is so strong and collected in his top line. I love the length and squareness that he has out through his hip. Maybe, you know, he isn't the stoutest and most powerful bull, but I do read that bull to have plenty of shape and dimension throughout. Real practical there in his type and kind. I just think a great breeding beef bull there to start this class off with. I really like this bull here in second when he comes together at the stand. That's a bull that's really big in terms of his back. He's really stout made out through his hip. I love the turn and shape that he has out through his rear quarter. A bull that's really good there in terms of the center rib and body. You know, at times this bull maybe just, I'd like to square him up in a set to his hock when he gets out and sets in motion. He maybe just gets a little bit underneath himself at times. But I think in terms of real world practicality, in terms of body and shape and mass and volume, that's a really nice bull here to go in second. The big weight per day of age bull within this class is no question the one in third. That is just one really stout, massive, rugged made bull. A bull that's got a tremendous amount of meat animal shape about him. A bull that is super masculine in terms of his look. You know, this bull for me, I just like to make him a little neater there out of his front end and shoulder. He gets a little bit more open there. But a bull in terms of injecting some rapid growth, a bull that's looking to inject some added product, that's a bull you want to tie into there. I think it gets a little closer here on the bottom for me, and there's definitely just simply more bull here, and the bull coming here next. I love his practicality in terms of his center rib and body. He's definitely got some width and dimension throughout. You know, a bull for us, I just like to lengthen him out from the side just a nickel. He reads a little shorter coupled there from the side, but he's ultra impressive there at the ground in terms of his foot size and shape and having some added masculinity to go along with it. Here's a real fresh, youthful appearing bull to close out the class, and I think a bull that's best days are yet to come. I think a bull that reads with some, he's got some ample amount of shape and dimension to go with that. Just a bull out here, he maybe just gets out horsed within this class, but that's going to happen with a bull that's still fresh and youthful in his look and is still looking to develop there as well.
This second class of these Red Angus, two March heifer calves, and they're quite a bit different in the way they come to us and their type and kind. End up end up using this little softer made, easier doing kind of female. She's a little bit bigger bodied, a little deeper in from front to rear flank, a female that just looks like more of a brood cow look to her out here. You're really impressed with the amount of bone that this female has, and yet still having enough shape and look to her to go on and make an excellent show heifer or cow, whatever you want to do with her, or wherever you want to end up with her. I mean, just an excellent kind of female. This one here that ends up second, boy, you really have to be impressed with how straight line she is. Real good looking when you get off to the side of her. You know, there's some little things that you like a little bit nicer about the heifer that walked out ahead of her. She's a little truer on her front end, a female that probably doesn't have quite enough body in her yet, but it looks like she's going to get there. But a real nice design one. My compliments to that young man on a really nice female there.
Here's the results of your polled Hereford. This is class number 8. First will be lot 26, Valley Creek Ranch. Second is lot 29, Danning Holderwood. Lot 28 will be third, that's Rhonda Kupke. Lot 31 will be fourth, Bar M Herefords, and lot 27 is fifth, Tracy Cattle. That's your results of class 8. Class 9 is in the ring. These are January 2nd and 10th. Now for the Red Angus, here, class 2. First to go to lot 20, Bullis Creek, and second to lot 19, J6 Farms. Entering the ring now will be class 3. This is your last class of Red Angus heifers. They are January 19th and 23rd.
Nice class of January bulls here to finish up our calf division. And man, what an ultra impressive bull in terms of weight per day of age and growth and length of body here to start off this class with. And this bull is just super long bodied and extended. I love this bull in terms of his foot size and shape. Tremendous amount of bone structure underneath this bull. A bull that still has plenty of ruggedness and masculinity to go along with his added look and balance from the side. Just a nice bull here to start this class off with. The bull here in second, you know, if you want to talk about bulls that maybe are the truest in terms of their shape up high, this bull feeds with so much more true muscle right behind his shoulder. I love how stout he is out through his hip. You know, this bull is real practical there in terms of his body and his rib. Bull for me maybe just reads a little frailer structured out here, but that doesn't take away from his added function that he has. This bull's got a tremendous amount of doability about him there as well. A nice set of bulls here to close out our calf division. Congratulations.
Here's the results of class number 9. First we'll go to lot 23, Sagittary Herefords, and second will be lot 24, Silver Bullet Herefords. We're now ready to select our champion junior bull calf for the Herefords.
Nice pair of these January heifers, real broody type kind of females. Both of them heifers that have just an ultra cow look to them out here. To me, the one to win is just a little bit squarer designed, a female that is a little bit truer in her spine, the way she handles her spine, a female that is a little bit bigger in her body. right there in the center part of her body. You like the amount of depth that she has, just a little easier doing kind of female to me. You really like how straight line that heifer is that ends up second. I mean, that heifer is really attractive that away. She's really extended up through her front end. So, I mean, there's both some really good positives on both these females. Females that could go on and do a lot of good for a lot of people with the quality that we see in both these January heifers. My compliments to these exhibitors. Give them a nice hand.
Here's your results of Class 3 of the Red Angus show. First to go to Lot 18, Diger or Angus, and second will be Lot 17 for Diger or Angus. We're ready to select our champion Red Angus female.
I think a nice set of bulls we get into our junior year, or I guess our older calf division out here with that February and January bulls out here. All four of these bulls out here I think fit the needs for me in terms of having some masculinity, bulls that have some ruggedness and true stoutness and power. You know, a few of these bulls maybe differ quite a bit in terms of their type and kind, and you know, like I said, within this show, it's just one man's opinion out here today. But with that being said, it's still you buyers around ringside, it's definitely what fits the needs of your type of operation back home. What are you looking for to inject into your operation and into your cow base? And I think all four of these bulls do a tremendous job of having some positive qualities there for whatever type of aspect that is. So with that being said, I'll go show you the two bulls that I like here within this division. Congratulations.
Again, on our Red Angus side here, we want to remind all of the juniors of the opportunities with these Red Angus heifers. You know, the Red Angus Junior National is the only junior national held in Nebraska this summer. So here's some great opportunity, guys. Take a look at all of these heifers. Take and show them here at the Classic on Saturday night in the Classic Premier Heifer class. Enroll in the Classic Scholarship Program, where you have the opportunity to win over $12,000 in scholarships, and you don't have to be a senior in high school for this program, so keep that in mind.
Your champion junior bull calf for the polled Herefords is lot number 23. Satori Hereford's class 9 out of that, and reserve junior bull calf will come out of class 8, lot 26, Valley Creek Ranch. We moved on to class 10. There is one in this class born December 1 of 17.
Well, we're going to pick a champion, Red Angus. Just had 3 classes of these April through January calves, and all 3 of these classes have been really impressive. The quality that I've seen to this point in these Red Angus females, and sure, you're going to like a different one than I like, and that's perfectly fine because we're at an auction or they're going to sell these things. So if you like one that I didn't like, that's great because everybody looks at them a little bit different, and that's what makes the world go round. But I've just been so impressed with what I've seen in these 3 classes. My compliments to these exhibitors and breeders of these Red Angus because they've come a long way with this breed and the kind of cattle that they're raising. Not being involved in this breed is so impressive, and there's no doubt that you can find a female throughout these 6 females in this sale that will do a lot for your program. And again, I'm just been so impressed. I'll go pick you a couple champions, but give them a nice round of applause in the Red Angus Female Show.
Real quick over here on the Hereford side, just a single entry here again, but a bull that I really admire, his depth of side, the shape that he has to his rib, a bull that's still masculine in terms of his look, a bull I think that's got a lot of good and a lot of breeding versatility there to him. We'll get him back in here in our overall lineup, but congratulations to this young lady, a nice bull here.
Here's the results of your Red Angus show. Champion Red Angus female comes out of Class 1, Lot 21, J6 Farms. Class 2 will be your reserve Red Angus female. That is Lot 20, Bullis Creek. Over on the Polled Hereford show, Class 10, Lot 22, Albert Moeller and Sons will be first in the ring now, coming in as Class 11. These bulls are born September 17th of 17, October 16th of 17. And in the North Show ring, we are bringing in Class 5. These are starting out with the bulls, Class 5, March 9th and March 8th. We'd like to thank Aurora Cooperative and Platte Valley Auto as well for their sponsorship of the Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic.
Well, folks, ringside here, I think this is two impressive fall-born bulls here. We get into our Polled Hereford division, and you know, these two bulls have a tremendous amount of quality about them. Both these bulls are just so masculine in their type and kind, and I really admire that about them. I love the shape. I love the dimension that they have, but most of all, I love the condition in the stage of these bulls that they're in terms of having some longevity in terms of breeding value. I think both of these bulls can go and cover a lot of terrain, and they're so good-footed and good structured at the ground, and I think it's just little things that separate the pair. And the bull that's going to start the class for me, I just love how collected and more comfortable he is when he's set in motion. He's so stronger and truer there down his top line. And that's a really long spine bull. I love the length of the spine. He is so long and square made out through his hip. Just a really nice, well-balanced bull here to start this class off with. Nothing to take away from the bull here in second, because he probably has a notch bigger foot underneath him. He's probably more rugged in terms of his look and his kind. A bull, for me, I think just the biggest thing I need to fix him at is just right behind his shoulder. He wants to deviate there just a nickel more for me than I ideally like, but he's a bull that's super impressive in terms of his shape and dimension. A bull I think that's got a lot of good and a lot of breeding value to him. Two impressive bulls there within this division. Congratulations.
Here is your results of Class 11 for the Polled Herefords. First to go to lot 20, MCM Pulled Herefords. Second is to lot 18, Nelson Herefords. Next is a selection of your champion senior bull for the Pulled Herefords.
Interesting pair of bulls to start out the bull show here in the Red Angus show. You know, you got to make a decision whether you take performance or a little more look, and I end up going with a little more performance here in this class. Just a stouter, more rugged built kind of bull to win. Sure one that you're impressed with his overall length of body and his weight per day of age. A calf that you really like how everything fits together on him as far as his muscle shape and his body shape, and then there's enough body depth to him to complement that. You know, sure, this bull here in second, you want a little bit straighter line, better topped or stronger top bull, then you're going to like this bull here in second, and that's perfectly fine with me. But to me, there's just not quite as much bull there when you look at him from the side. You get that one in motion. Maybe you like the bull that walks out ahead of him a little bit nicer that way as far as movement, but not that this bull can't. You really like how wide tracking he is going away from you. So, I mean, there's some very good positives about both those bulls, and my compliments to those two exhibitors. Give them a nice hand.
Really impressive fall-born set of bulls over here in the Pulled Hereford side, and all three of these bulls have a tremendous amount of good about them. They're bulls that are big-bodied, they're big-ribbed, they got a low-input look about them, but yet these bulls are good structured, and they're going to have a tremendous future in terms of having some longevity and a long period of time to go cover a lot of cows in some big areas. So with that being said, I'm not going to talk these cattle anymore. I'm going to keep the two bulls together out of the September bull division, be our champion reserve. Congratulations to all these exhibitors, though. Nice set of bulls.
Your results of the Red Angus show Class 5. First we'll go to lot 14, Sonderup Charlet Ranch, and second to lot 15, Sonderup Charlet Ranch. In the ring now will be lot 6. These are February 10th and 14th. And your champion senior bull for the Pulled Herefords. Your champion senior bull is lot 20, MCM Pulled Herefords. These both come out of class 11. Your reserve senior bull will be lot 18, Nelson Herefords.
Boy, nice trio of these February bulls, and there's no doubt there's a bull for everybody in this class. One to lead off is just simply the stoutest, heaviest muscled. higher performing bull of the trio out here. You like this bull and you look at the amount of bone that he has, the amount of natural muscle and shape and thickness, and then still have enough body in him and depth of rib. He's got enough extension up through that front end to go on and grow and make an excellent herd bull when he gets to that point. You like the testicular size on all three of these bulls for their age. This bull here in second is sure a real pretty looking bull. I mean, you get him parked out here, he gives you an excellent look. There's just not quite as much of him as what we've got in the bull that walked out ahead of him. A bull that's really sound as you watch him go. He's really soft on that pastern as you watch him take a step. Then this young man's bull that ends up going third, sure one that you like the build of him. And then there's a calf that's designed extremely good. He's real level hip, real straight top, straight line, good top kind of calf. There's just not quite enough of him as far as overall performance, but excellent in his quality. Just a trio of really good kind of bulls. Give them a nice hand this February class.
Here's your results of Class 6 of the Red Angus show. First, we'll go to Lot 11, Mead Red Angus. Second to Lot 10, Hillary Dietz. And third to Lot 13, Flatiron Red Angus. Class 7 is entering the ring now. These are all Januaries, the 17th, 25th, and 27th.
Over here on the Hereford side, a nice set of April coming 2-year-old bulls here, and bulls that got a lot of good here in the top end. I think there's a lot of give and take up here, but the bull I think I'm going to start off with is just simply better in terms of his structure. I think when he gets out and goes, he's a bull that plants true and square out of his front end skeleton. I like the way how he transitions from his shoulder into his forerib shape, his center rib and body. That bull is so long spine and square made. Bull that's got a tremendous amount of shape. You know, he maybe was a notch more moderate within this class relative to the bull here in second, but it doesn't take away from that bull's added quality and breeding value for me. There's no question you want the big high performing bull. Here he is in second. That bull has really got an advantage out here in terms of weight per day of age. I love his length. I love his stoutness of feature. I love his practicality that bull looks. I just wish he could transition a little better there out of his front end, from his shoulder into his forerib. Maybe a bull that wants to toe out just a nickel up front, but a tremendous amount of length and performance in that good bull to go second. Here's probably a more moderate frame bull who's got some shape and dimension. He's definitely practical there in terms of his center rib and body. I just like to make this bull a bit more elite in terms of his look. I like to square him up there in his hip ever so slightly. I think you got a pair of bulls running off the class here that are super similar in terms of their type and kind. They're definitely fresh and youthful type of bulls that are green in terms of their condition yet. You know, bulls that are probably in an okay rig in terms of breeding. Bulls just for me need to have more body and rib shape to them. I'd maybe like to stouten them up a nickel ever so slightly, but they're good structured, sound, good footed bulls there to close this class off with. Congratulations.
Here's the results of Class 13 of the Polled Hereford show. First we'll go to Lot 17, the Marston Group. Second will be Lot 13, Morgan Cattle Partners. Third to Lot 11, Silver Bullet Herefords. Fourth to Lot 12, Silver Bullet Herefords. And fifth to Lot 15, Silver Bullet Herefords. Entering the ring here momentarily will be your Class 14 of the Polled Hereford show. These bulls will be March 10th through the 31st.
Boy, it's a really good trio of bulls here in this January class. This bull at Win, to me, just balances up better. I mean, you like the amount of shape that he has, and is very unique in the way he's put together. He's really big topped and then big square hip on him, and you like that turn to that quarter. When you get off to the side of him, a bull that you're just so impressed with the testicular size underneath him, a calf that you ask him to take off and go. He can do that relatively good. And just balance, like I said, just everything just fits together on that one extremely well. This bull here in second is really intriguing. He's a little bit greener condition-wise. You like every part of him if you could just put him together just a little bit better, or as well as what we've got in that class-winning bull, because you know you like how big-ribbed he is. He is so extended up through that front end, and then you like the hip in him. But there isn't quite as much as what we've got in that calf that walked out ahead of him. But, I keep saying but, this calf is a lot greener. So if he pulls himself together, there's no doubt this bull is going to be tremendous when he gets to that point, because of the look that he gives you out here, the amount of bone that he has. You ask him to take off and go as well. That one's really, really sound. This bull that ends up third, sure one that's most impressive from the amount of body that he has in him. Just real good in that regard. The amount of spring of rib, the depth of rib in that one. You just like to pretty that one up, or stouten him up, or have him quite as stout as what we've got in the two that walked out ahead of him. But really good kind of bull, sound in his structure as you ask him to take off and move. Give him a nice round of applause in this January class.
Here's the results of Class 7 for the Red Angus show. First will be Lot 8, Venice Cattle Company. Second is Lot 7, J6 Farms. And third is 9X, Grand Red Angus. The selection now will be your champion junior bull calf for the Red Angus show.
Nice set of March bulls over here in our older coming 2-year-old division, and simply the most complete bull is going to start here for me. I think the young man brought us a really good structured bull that's super sound and athletic at the ground. I love how true and square he is in terms of his build. I love how square he is in terms of his shape as well. That bull has got a really nice balanced look there about him. He's maybe one of the more moderate bulls in the class, but that doesn't take away from his added quality and function. I think that bull's got a lot of doability there about him as well. Young lady's bull here coming in second. I love the body and the rib shape in this bull. He's so blown apart there through his center rib and body. That bull's got a lot of stoutness and a lot of power. I just like to see him handle his hock and nickel better when he gets out and goes, but that's a really stout, powerfully made bull here to come in second. I think the remaining trio of bulls definitely have some class advantages out here. The bull coming next is a super smooth profiling bull. I like his look and his style that he has when he comes there together at the stand. That bull, for me, I just wish he was more comfortable out of his front end structure when he gets out and goes, but a bull that's got a really nice balanced look there and is super long bodied and extended. Here's a bull that's ultra impressive at the ground. He's big-footed, he's heavy structured, a bull that's got a tremendous amount of shape and dimension to him throughout. Here's another bull that gets a little too upright there in his angles. I just like to see him be a nickel softer there from the side as well, out through his rear rib and flank. And maybe the bull that's closing out the class is maybe the truest in terms of his fore-rib shape. I think there's a bull that's real practical there in his center rib and body. He's really soft-middled. I just like to loosen that bull up at the ground. He gets a little bit more upright in his pastern, reads a little piecey there from the side. All those bulls got a tremendous amount of breeding value there, though. Nice set of bulls to close out the March class.
And here is your results of Class 14 for the polled Herefords. First we'll go to Lot 10. Mark Blackford. Second to Lot 8, Vicky Mensch-Guther. Third will be to Lot 7, Ron Schutte. Fourth is to Lot 9, Israel Cattle Company. And fifth will be Lot 6, Moeller Polled Herefords. Class 15 set to enter the ring February 26th and 27th.
Thanks, sir. Boy, what an impressive first division here in the Red Angus Bull Show. Really good choices, whether you're buying, selling, whatever you're doing. I mean, because with what we've seen here as far as the quality, and then I'm sure the data that's attached to these things will make a big difference too in what your selection would be. But you know, there's no doubt any of these three class winners, you like a different one than I like. That's perfectly fine. I'm not going to go through and talk these bulls again. The one I like come out of the third class. He'll be your division champion. Bull that won the second class will be a reserve in this division. Give him a nice hand.
Your results are your champion junior bull for the Red Angus will be Lot 8, Benish Cattle Company, and your reserve junior bull calf is Lot 11, Meade Red Angus. In the South Ring, we're getting ready to bring in Class 15. Those are your February born, 27th and 26th. And in the North Ring for the Red Angus show, Class 8 will be October 2nd.
Just a single entry, October, and sure one. It's impressive from an overall performance standpoint, tremendous in his overall length of body, length of spine. You like how square and big hipped he is. You look at his bone work and everything kind of just fits together on that one. Gives you a real good look from the side. My compliments to this exhibitor.
Here's the results of Class 8 for the Red Angus show. Lot 6 will be first from West Fork Ranch. Class 9 is set to come into the ring. July 20th and August 4th for Class 9.
We get to our final class over here on the Hereford bull side, and I'm going to lead these cattle the way they came in here. And the young man's bull I'm going to start off with. I just love this bull in terms of his added softness and depth. Bull that's super uniform, I think, in terms of his depth from his forerib back to his flank. I love his length of spine, the length to his hip. A really sound, athletic made kind of a bull there. I think that's got a lot of breeding versatility there. Just a really nice beef bull here to start this class off with. No question, the longer bodied, the bigger frame bulls here in second, and that bull's definitely going to inject some rapid growth into its offspring. You know, a bull that's super fresh in terms of his look there as well. Maybe a bull I just like to see him be a little softer in terms of his depth of rib from side, but a bull that's good in terms of his shape and still having some power. A nice set of bulls there to end off our Hereford show with.
Your results of Class 15 for the Polled Hereford show. First is Lot 5, RCR Polled Herefords. Second is Lot 4, JMS Cattle Company. The selection now of your champion senior Polled Hereford bull.
Well, two impressive bulls we've got in this particular class. We end up using this August bull to win. Just so good in the way this one comes to us. He's very genuine in his shape and the amount of shape that he has in him, and yet super sound as you ask him to take off and go, and you look at him from the ground up, the amount of bone that bull has, and then just kind of everything just fits together. You like how nicely balanced he is. She gets him parked out here on a profile. Like I said, everything just fits together extremely well on that particular bull. This July bull that ends up second is real smooth-made kind of calf. I mean, they're pretty slick in his hair, so what you see is what you get, but he's real smooth-shouldered. How he transitions from his forerib to shoulder is just excellent in that regard. There's just not quite as much bone or natural muscle shape in him as what we've got in our class winner, but tremendous in his overall look and quality that he exhibits out here.
Here's your results of Class 9 for the Red Angus show. First, we'll go to Lot 5, Hillary Dietz. Second to Lot 4, Mead Red Angus. Set to make the selection of your champion fall bull calf for the Red Angus.
Over here on the Hereford side, ultra impressive set of mature bulls out here in our champion Hereford lineup. Really pleased with the class winners and the respective seconds that we've had out here within this division. And honestly, these classes all the way through here, we've honestly had some numbers in those classes, but definitely some quality all the way through all those bulls. I think all these bulls out here definitely have some differences in terms of types and kinds. But with that being said, these bulls are very useful in their type of look. Bulls that are very masculine and rugged. They're bulls that can handle this added weight really good. I guess there's a few. I guess there's a pair of bulls out here that fit the mold for me in terms of having some extra look and balance. Bulls that maybe are a little stouter and heavier featured at the ground. Just bulls that definitely have some added balance and look and eye appeal for me. The type that I kind of like as well. So with that being said, I'll go show you a champion reserve here in this division. Congratulations.
In this fall division in the Red Angus. As far as these two class winners, two excellent kind of bulls, and it just kind of depends on what you like. This single entry younger bull, sure one that you gravitate to. His overall look, that real dark color helps him out as far as being real pretty, as the way he's designed. It just draws your eyes to that bull. He's just super extended from one end to the other. And we've got the second class winner. That July bull is just real soft made, really nice pattern, balances up extremely good. You like the bone work in both of them. So there's no doubt, you just have to figure out what you like a little bit better. For me, I like the July bull. He'll be your division champion. This dark red bull, number 6, will be a reserve. Congratulations. Give him a nice hand.
Over to the Polled Hereford show in the South Arena. Your champion senior bull will come out of lot 17, the Marston group. That was class 13. And your reserve senior bull is lot 10, Mark Blackford. That is out of class 14. Now the selection of your champion Polled Hereford bull. In the North Ring for the Red Angus show, your champion fall bull calf is lot number 5, Hillary Dietz. Your reserve fall bull calf, lot 6, West Fork Ranch. We're now bringing into the ring will be class 10, April 19th of 17.
Do want to remind all our prospective buyers here at the Classic, you can get your buyer's number up in the front concourse there, right by the main doors. Jim Lowe and our sales crew is there. Once you have a buyer's number, it is good the entire time here at the Classic. Again, our first sale will start this afternoon promptly at 1:30. Also want to remind our Hereford prospective buyers, there are a pin of 5 Hereford heifers located right here on the front of the building, south side of the expo building. So if you're needing to look at those, the pin of 5 sale will be Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. At this time, I do want you guys to put your hands together and let's thank Ty Beyer for being with us and serving as our official judge here in the Hereford ring today.
Real impressive April bull in this single entry class. This yearling bull, sure one that you gravitate to. The overall build of this bull, you like how everything fits together on him, the amount of muscle he has and body and shape in the center part of his body, the natural Springer rib coming off of his spine, and yeah, he's got enough extension up through that front end, and sure one that's going to push the scales down when you walk him across that as far as the overall performance.
In the Red Angus Show, Class 10, Lot 3 will be first, Hillary Dietz. There is one more class. This will be Class 11, January 4th of 17. Then the selection of the champion junior bull for the Red Angus Show.
Another single entry January bull, super extended kind of bull. You love how long he is up from in his front end, from his shoulders to his head. Just excellent in that regard. Real youthful looking for a bull of this age as well. One that's excellent as far as you watch this bull move around the ring, how fluid and flexible he can go, and yet he's still real good in his top and level out through his hip. Just an impressive individual we've got here in this single entry.
Over here selecting your champion polled Hereford bull. Let's give these bull consigners a nice round of applause here. A tremendous amount of quality all the way through this Hereford show, and you know, don't let one man's opinion dictate which bull you want to own here today, because I think there's been a tremendous amount of quality of cattle all the way through here in this show. My hat's off to these consigners for bringing you buyers a tremendous set of bulls and a tremendous set of females here this morning. It's been truly an honor to be here to sort this show, and I knew that the quality of cattle here was never going to disappoint. I knew that it would be tremendous all the way through here. I'm not going to discuss these bulls anymore out here. I think you can kind of see the type of cattle that we try to select for cattle back home, cattle that are really sound and good structured, but yet cattle that have a high quality look from the side and still have that added power and mass and volume to go with it. So with that being said, you folks are inside, select the bulls that you'd like to take home here today to improve your operation. I'll show you the two that I like.
And congratulations, your champion polled Hereford comes out of the senior bull class, lot 20 MCM polled Herefords. Your reserve polled Hereford is the spring class, and that is lot 32 MCM Cattle Company. Just a reminder, the Hereford sale gets underway at 1:30 this afternoon, and if you go to the front concourse, ladies and gentlemen, you can pick up your bidding numbers ahead of the sale.
Well, sure, an interesting pair of bulls. You get these two single entries back out here for this junior division, and you know, yet there's no doubt you have some gives and takes, or where you prioritize, or how you like cattle, or what you need for your breeding program, or where you want to be with your breeding program. So there's two really nice choices, and you know, like I said, it just kind of depends on where you're going. To me, the bull that fits as far as his overall look and his structure and the way one is designed, he's really level and true in his spine and level out through his hip. A bull that just moves tremendously as far as his structure and skeleton is a young man's bull. He's going to have your division champion. One's pulling out right now. Obviously the young lady here will have reserve, but two excellent kind of bulls in this division.
Here's your results. Your champion junior bull, lot 1, J6 Farms. Your reserve junior bull is lot 3, Hillary Dietz. Time to make the selection of your champion Red Angus bull.
Boy, what a tremendous lineup here in the Red Angus Bull Show. I thought that female show was good. This bull show is even better, the quality that we've seen all the way through this show. And you look at these three division champions out here. They're big testicled kind of bulls. Bulls that have something to them are going to go on and do a lot of good for a lot of cows, just depending on where they end up going. But and I'm sure the data that's attached to them, I talked about it earlier, that will make a difference in your selections and maybe cattle that aren't here as far as a division champion will are a little bit better numbered, and that's good. And if that's what you want in your program, that's fantastic. Go get him, because there's no doubt we've seen good cattle all the way through this show. You know, I'm not going to talk all these again. I've just been so impressed with the quality that I've seen here in the Red Angus show. My compliments to these exhibitors and breeders of these Red Angus and give them a nice round of applause, and I'll go show you which two I like.
Congratulations, your champion Red Angus bull is Lot 8 out of the junior class, Benish Cattle Company, and your reserve comes out of the fall class, Lot 5, Hillary Dietz. Reminder, the Red Angus sale is at 3 o'clock this afternoon, right behind us, but we encourage you to head out to the front concourse to get those bidding numbers ahead of the sale.